Hey guys! So tomorrow, we're getting a Mario Galaxy movie direct. And I am really excited since we are gonna get our first fully fleshed out trailer for this movie. We only got the teaser so far a couple months ago, and we've been waiting a little while, so I'm glad that we're finally getting a full trailer here. I'm really excited to see how this movie will look. So I kind of wanted to give some of my expectations for what we could see in this direct and the trailer. So I think it will start out with like the little introduction with Miyamoto and Chris Meledandri, like how it usually does, and then they'll go right into the trailer, which I think will be about 2 minutes long. Usually these regular trailers for movies are about 2 minutes long. That's the length that the November 2022 trailer was, so I'm expecting it to be about 2 minutes. And I'm also kind of expecting it to be similar to the November 2022 trailer in the sense where it kind of shows quite a lot of this movie. Like, I mean, not everything, obviously. I hope they don't spoil it, but like, I'm definitely expecting them to show a lot of characters, locations, like a basic overview of the plot, different things like that. Just kind of setting us up for this movie, just kind of preparing our expectations for it. I know that's basically what every trailer does, but I'm definitely expecting this to be pretty fleshed out here. So if you want to go off any of the Mario Movie 1 trailers, I think the November 2022 trailer is probably going to be what this trailer will be like. So in terms of new characters, I definitely think we're going to see Rosalina here. I mean, you can't really have a Mario Galaxy movie without Rosalina. So I think Rosalina will be there. And my prediction for her VA is actually Lady Gaga. I think they're going to have some singer voice Rosalina. I think that would make a lot of sense. And I also think there will likely be an original song involving Rosalina, similar to Peaches with Bowser in the original Mario movie. So I'm thinking Lady Gaga makes sense. I know that's definitely kind of an out there prediction, but that's kind of what Demeech, T&D, and I settled on in our previous prediction video. So I'm kind of still sticking by that. And next, I think we'll likely see Yoshi as well. Especially since there were a couple renders of Yoshi on the leaked cookie box a couple days ago. And in terms of a VA, I'm predicting Frank Welker. I know they usually like to go for the big name actors for a lot of these characters, but we already do have a pretty stacked cast so far. So I do think Frank Welker makes a lot of sense, and I would say he is fairly well known. He's been in quite a lot of animated movies and shows, and he's known for voicing animal characters. So I think it would make a lot of sense if he voiced Yoshi. Like, if either if Yoshi had a speaking role, or didn't speak that much, or was somewhere in between. I definitely think Frank Welker makes a lot of sense. He even voiced Yoshi in the live-action 1993 Mario movie, so that would be a cool callback as well. Though, if they do want to go in the route of having like a big-name actor voice Yoshi and kind of do something like a little funny, I could also see Tom Holland as well. I know that's like a very predictable choice, but I could kind of see them going there as well. But yeah, I know, like, I was thinking a while ago, like, man, having Yoshi, like, speak with, like, just some random big-name actor would just be so weird. Especially with what the Mario movie is trying to do. I mean, of course, like, all the other characters, like, have, like, pretty big-name actors, but, like, Yoshi is kind of, like, a weird area where he isn't necessarily known for speaking. So, it's, like, it's just kind of more of a weird area there, but I could see it a little bit. It would be funny if he had like a full speaking role, but we'll just have to see. I just think Frank Welker would make the most sense logically, but Illumination isn't always logical with their casting choices, so we'll have to see. And then I definitely think we'll also see Bowser Jr. as well, since we also like got a hint that Bowser Jr. will be in the movie with the leaked cookie box. And my prediction for his VA is Nancy Cartwright, Bart Simpson's VA. I feel like her voice is really iconic, and it fits Bowser Jr. so well. especially Bowser Jr.'s Sunshine voice. I know Bowser Jr. really hasn't had many full speaking roles outside of Sunshine, but his voice has still kind of sounded relatively similar to that, still like kind of stayed within that like area, still kind of kept a similar personality. So I do think Nancy Cartwright would be really fitting. I don't think she should do the exact same voice as Bart Simpson. Maybe slightly different, maybe slightly higher, maybe slightly more chaotic, but something similar to Bart Simpson, I would say. I would say that that would be really fitting for Bowser Jr. I honestly don't know who else could voice Bowser Jr. So I'm really hoping it's Nancy Cartwright. On top of the major characters, I also think we'll see more Lumas. I'm not sure if Lubba will be here, but I do think she will appear in the movie, maybe in a later trailer. Then also the Toasteranians, even though they're from Odyssey, I feel like they're squeezing more things from other Mario games into this movie. I do think it makes a lot of sense, as the first movie was packed full of references from many different Mario games, so they might have a Toasterana-themed galaxy. And they were also on the Old Spice leak, and that was very likely real at this point, since the Yoshi render on there matches up with the one on the leaked cookie box. So we'll likely see the Toasteranians, maybe even more Odyssey characters as well. I think the Toad Brigade might be here, and Toad will likely play the role of Captain Toad. So we might see that play out in the movie, maybe in the trailer. We'll see. And maybe one of the bosses from Galaxy 1 and 2 as well, like either Dino Piranha, Top Maniac, Gobblegut, or any of the other bosses. I feel like there's a lot of iconic bosses in the Galaxy games, so there's really a lot to pull from. And I think the trailer will likely show like a basic overview of the plot and premise. Bowser Jr. will likely have a major role. We might see where he originated from, or where he was during the events of the first movie. My prediction is that he was either at like a summer camp or a boarding school, something like that. I think that would be pretty funny if they kind of have that explanation. That makes a lot of sense for an Illumination movie, so we might see something like that. And I feel like Bowser Jr. might even be like the main villain in the movie, kind of similar to how he was in New Super Mario Bros. DS. And I mean, even to a degree, he is like a pretty major villain in the Galaxy games as well. Like, maybe Bowser is fully consumed by some evil force, or is being possessed by something, kind of similar to Fury Bowser, or how Bowser is sometimes in the Mario RPGs. So we'll have to see. I think it would be a nice change of pace if there was a lot of emphasis on Bowser Jr. this time. I also think Luigi will have a bigger role in this movie. That's one issue that I had with the first Mario movie, is that Luigi didn't have a lot of screen time. I think that will change in this movie. I think Luigi will likely either have his own adventure throughout the galaxies, or he will be alongside Mario. It would be nice if he was alongside Mario, because there wasn't enough of that in the first movie. Like I said, he didn't even appear that much in the first movie. So I'm hoping that Luigi has some form of a bigger role this time. And of course, we will likely see how Mario finds Yoshi, or meets Rosalina and the Lumas, and how the events of this movie will get kicked off. So there's definitely a lot to show here, so I'm really looking forward to it. And then finally, I wanted to discuss some of the locations that we could see, like some of the galaxies or different areas that we could see in this trailer. And of course, I think the Comet Observatory will probably be here. We saw it in travel mode on the cookie box. I was a little concerned that was the main design for the Comet Observatory, but that is just how it looks when it's traveling, like even in Galaxy 1. I kind of forgot about that. So the Comet Observatory will likely appear fairly similarly to how it did in Galaxy 1, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it. And then based on the logo and cookie box, we also saw like a few other locations as well, like Gateway Galaxy, Honey Hive Galaxy, Gusty Garden Galaxy. I think those are definitely contenders of ones that we could see. If Honey Hive Galaxy appears, we might even see Honey Queen. I think that would be pretty funny as well. We might even see a galaxy based on Toasterana, kind of how I was saying earlier, that the Toasteranians are likely going to be in the movie. We'll likely see a scene with like the airships with Bowser Jr. as well, since we saw an airship in the logo. So I definitely think there's a lot of locations that they could show off as well, and the Galaxy games have a lot to pull from, and they're likely going to pull from even more Mario games as well, considering we saw the Toasteranians in the Old Spice League. And considering how packed full of references the first movie was, I'm really excited to see what they have in store. But anyways, let me know your predictions down in the comments, and anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Blue Sky if you want to. Stay perky!